the sword to try and cut their opponent, because that would be pointless at this junction. They're wearing armor. The blade no longer works. Instead, they're trying to get at the openings in the armor to thrust a point in, or to grapple the opponent into submission. That was it. Then.
You see, fighting in armor is more like wrestling in 70 pounds of steel. And all of the shots, we're trying to get into the openings. He had one that was very close to my neck, but just missed. It ended when he stabbed me in the groin. So I'm going to call that a fair shot. And that's why I stopped that one. So you can see when we're wrestling in armor or fighting in armor, we're up close and we're looking for the spots to be able to hit where the armor doesn't cover. You saw a few times where he just pushed me over because he's taller than me, and he was able to just push me over, and I didn't have the structure to hold my position.
There was also at least one play in there where he got the pommel over my wrist and hooked. He was being polite because that action ends with me hitting the ground.
We don't want to hurt the ground here.
Precisely.
Thank you.
When he got that hook and drag, I called that as a blow because I was going down. There was nothing I could do about that.
I got one shot here, one shot here, and he got a shot into the side of my neck. Right there. So.
Just over the plate.
And that would have gone straight through my clavicle into my lung.
That time.
But if you're on the ground, you can still defend, because I see MMA, they can still defend when you're on the ground.
Yes, but we can stomp them in the head. They frown upon that in MMA.
Also, you're wearing a bunch of steel.
Yeah. Now.
Also.
Or even this.
So in each armor, if you're on the ground, it's not a good position.
No, not at all.
Never.
There is one manual that shows ground fighting in armor, but it's a very specific study, and we haven't studied it. So
you don't want to be on the ground.
Exactly.
And it's almost all about one person being on top with a dagger and finding a place to put it through the visor.
So we don't do that.
The difference between grappling and wrestling. Wrestling occurs on the ground. Grappling stays on your feet because we figure everybody has a knife. And if we go to the ground, well, maybe he won't be able to stab me with his knife, but his buddy there might be able to crack my skull open with a pole axe or a spear.
Fill them off with your
We can try.
Not real well. So that's how the fight looks when you're in armor. Now you're going to see a little bit out of armor with James and Caitlin.
Longsword instructors at the school, and Caitlin is one of the students. So we're going to go through and we're going to show you a little bit of what our classes will look like. One of the key differences between fighting in armor and fighting out of armor is that, as I pointed out earlier, you can't cut somebody who's wearing armor. That's reserved for magical swords and anime, basically. When we're not wearing armor, we have to worry a lot more about the entire length of the blade. These swords are not razor sharp. They'd be a little bit sharper, as sharp as a kitchen knife. They just happen to be a nice 3.5-pound kitchen knife you have a lot of leverage on. So I'm not worried if the blade happens to touch my arm. I am worried if they put their weight on it and drive it across my muscles. Because anybody who's ever cut a steak with a steak knife knows once you slide the knife, it goes right through. So we're going to be looking at a couple of plays from further away, where our primary goal is to make sure that we keep ourselves covered and protected with only our swords, because we don't have armor to rely on. You've done centerline drill from above, right?
She's been to sticky game and Japitori.
Cool.
But also, go ahead and throw in a couple disarms.
Excellent. We're going to do centerline drill from above first. You remember that one? It's essentially a counter spin game.
It's hard to say when I'm working.
You need to put my mask on.
Protect the moneymaker.
It's very nice when your opponent is polite enough for you to put your mask on before they stab you in the face.
That's more like.
That's his girlfriend, as far as I can see.
So we're putting a lot of practice into taking the right steps, the right angles when we're working out of armor, because it's a lot scarier. There's very little between us and a bad time. So, because she's not wearing armor, I'm thinking, well, I just want to hit her in the face with a sword. So I'm going to whack, just drive my blade right into her skull. This is good for me, less good for her. She's going to do almost the exact same technique, cutting back against my cut, but she's going to do it from a slightly better angle, starting slightly after I start my cut, and that's not going to work out as well for me. So if we do it from this angle for one, whoop, you'll notice that her quillings, that's the cross guard here, actually keep her whole upper body safe from my sword when she cuts back. Again, no armor means she needs to rely on this to keep herself safe. And I failed because I just got hit in the face. Let's go ahead and let's swap so they can see from the other side.
Extend your arms a little bit more.
So I'm coming in, boom, just like that.
He has a headache this big, and it says longsword all over it.
That's every Thursday night, right? We can do the same thing from below. I'm going to ask you to just throw a fendente at me, and I'm going to come up underneath it. So I don't want to get hit by this sword, which means I need to have this in between my body and her sword. I'm going to do that, stepping slightly off the line. Whoa! I failed that time. Let me try that one more time. Boom. I just need to move not in front of the sword and put my sword in her face. You'll notice we're staying very far away from each other with this. Again, we don't want to get into the grappling. Go ahead and swap. We'll do that same technique from this side. So as her attack comes in, I'm going to move to the other side and drive in here. And these quillins keep me safe. You'll see in a lot of movies people hold their swords straight on like this. It looks great on posters. You can probably find a poster around here with this image. The problem with that is that if I do that and she cuts down at me, oh well, let's pretend you do it on this side.
Yeah, right.
Because I have the ring. Yeah! This is what we call, there's a technical term for this in sword fighting, when the blade drops down on top of your fingers.
Can anybody guess what that might be?
Bad.
Very close, very close. We say that this sucks. All right? However, if all I do is rotate the quillins of my sword to here, my entire hand is protected, and if I'm behind my sword, my whole body is protected, and hers is not. So we spend a lot of time working around these very minute angles. Now sometimes it's okay to kill your opponent. Usually not in my class. But sometimes it's okay to kill your opponent. You're in a duel, you're on a battlefield, etc. Sometimes it's not okay to kill your opponent. Maybe they are more important than you are. Maybe they cost more than you are. So you need to take their weapon away. And we can do all sorts of fun disarms. And I'm going to show you two of my favorites. We're going to do, firstly, I think this is the second easiest disarm. So you're going to go ahead and throw your finiente. Good. And when we're doing a demo, we want to make sure that they have a chance to see where they're going to hit us, how it's all going to work out. And then as we go again, I'm going to come through here. Oh, actually, from here, I'm just going to drive up underneath her hands and drop my sword down. Now I have two swords, one to stab her with and one to punch her with.
Meaning?
That's one of my favorite disarms. I'll give you a bonus one. This is another fun one. Let's go ahead and swap sides because I'm going to want to see this one from the other side. Same thing. And then again, I have two swords, one to hit her with, one to punch her with. Those are two of the fun disarms. Relatively simple to teach and learn. This is the easiest though. Can I see your sword? Thank you. You would be surprised how often that works when they have no idea it's coming. It is wonderful.
I gotta tie my shoelace.
So, next for you, we're going to do what we call slow play. This is a slowed down version of a fight. We don't have the protective gear that Steven and David have. I almost said Andrew for some reason. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So we're not going to spend a lot of time trying to really hit each other. We want to work on getting to better positions. So we're just going to walk through a sword fight, moving no more quickly than this.
Sword yoga.
Sword yoga. It's about finding those positions. Ooh, good. But again, I have those too. All right. Oh.
Caitlin, do you want us to start cheering for you?
Sword breakers.
Caitlin, Caitlin.
Oh, yes.
Caitlin, 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 Caitlin. Yeah, let's go. Caitlin. The crowd gets into it. Caitlin, Caitlin. All right.
There we go.
Caitlin.
Ah, right on my hands. Nice. Woo.
Go that way. Where's that one?
It's the second base coach coming out.
Good.
Go, Caitlin, go.
There you go. Now what are you going to do?
One of the delightful things that I love about this art so much is there's nothing that says you can't throw a left hook in the middle of the fight. If it turns out that the sword fight is not winning for you, turn it into a boxing match. Just don't tell your opponent.
Good. Use good trajectory.
Caitlin, go, Caitlin. All right, yeah.
Kaylin is also a moil.
What does that mean?
He does circumcisions.
Okay. Jewish circumcision. Okay.
Good job.
I did watch Seinfeld, and I've heard that word before.
James loves the stamp.
So, with that, I want to thank you all. You can see the difference between unarmored longswords and armored longswords. And I'd like to really thank David, who ran away, James, Caitlin, Sonja, and my bride, Susan. Thank you for being here and making this all happen. Thank you for fighting with me. Thank you for fighting with each other. Thank you for not leaving blood on the floor. And thank you all for watching us. If you have any questions, we're going to be here for a little while. Please feel free to come on by and pet the knights.